Now we are in the crypt above the sub-crypt. The crypt itself is circular and has the altar at the center. This was rather unusual when the crypt was completed about 1950, but in fact the founder was ahead of his time, or better, he went back to early church practice and the placing of the altar. Radiating out from the central altar, from the beautiful platform around it, are 4 sets of pews, which many years ago saw the sister disciples, the daughters of St. Paul, the priests and brothers, and the young aspirants coming together every morning for common prayer and liturgy. The main altar of the crypt is made of white marble and imitates an ancient Christian altar style in the form of a coffin. The exact word is sarcophagus, meaning a stone coffin. Now we're going to look at the specific sculpture on the front of this altar. And it shows Mary, predestined from all eternity, to be the flower or most beautiful product of the creative power of God in our universe. She is shown seated at the center of creation, between, on the one side, the stars and planets, what we might call inanimate material, and on the other side, the world of plants and animals. The ripples in the design represent the Spirit and the Father embracing and loving the Virgin. This crypt, built to honor Our Lady, also aims at illustrating her place in religious history. In fact, it aims at being a sort of Marian Bible, beginning with figures in the Old Testament which foreshadow Mary in the New Testament. And now we are looking at the other side of this same altar, and here we have Our Lady as the new Eve. And of course we have also the picture of the first Eve and the first Adam, were substituted, supremely substituted, by the new Adam, Jesus, and the new Eve, our Blessed Lady. Now we are looking at a mosaic canopy over the altar, and in the center there is a representation of the Eucharist, and you may be able to see the letters M-V-V-V. In other words, Magister, Via, Veritas, et Vita, Master, Way, Truth, and Life. The Eucharist as the source and center of all our apostolate and all graces. Now, looking more closely at this canopy, we have pictures highlighting Mary as the full realization of great women in the Old Testament. And the first picture illustrates Sarah, wife of Abraham. Next we have Abigail, featured in the story of King David. Finally we have pictures of Esther, and then to the right again Judith with the head of Holofernes. The message is that all earthly realities and all feminine values are summed up in Mary, making her the model and mirror against which our conduct has to be judged. And now we are looking, of course, at the last resting place of Blessed Gicardo. He was removed from the tomb downstairs in the subcrypt, where the founder and Mother Tecla's remains are still there, and brought up here after the beatification ceremony had been completed. Now we have left the crypt behind us, we have gone higher still, and this time we will go onto the road running past the entrance of the main church on the other side of the building from where we were in the first instance. And from across the road we get our first glimpse of the majesty of this church, which however is not important for itself, but as a monument to Mary, and even more as a great tabernacle to house the Blessed Sacrament, which day and night is exposed here at one or more of the three levels we have been talking about, and has always two or more sister disciples in adoration before the Blessed Sacrament.